Hi, this is Rick Brandenburg for Turf Bugs and Rock and Roll. And one of the things that intrigues me is technology and how rapidly it changes and how we struggle at times to keep up. And a longtime friend of mine recently got me a subscription to Car and Driver magazine. And I was looking through it and thinking, how can they publish a magazine month after month, year after year, just on cars? How do you come up with information to fill it up, given the fact that you're still talking about cars? And the reality is, I'm sure it's actually very easy for them to do because the products changes, the performance changes, the regulations that regulate the gas mileage and safety, all those things change, the expectations of the public change. So it's always changing. And when you really look, when I was in high school and we had the muscle cars that were all about performance and no one cared about safety or gas mileage. It was all about how fast you go 0 to 60. And then we migrated into high gas mileage cars, and it completely changed. The muscle cars were lost when we moved into that area. So technology is always changing. And the same is true really in the turf industry. You may ask a bigger question is how can I keep coming up with videos every week for the last 8 years? How fast does it change? And the reality is our industry is quite dynamic. We have new products, we have discussions and regulations on water use, regulations on pesticide use, the expectations for sports turf, for home lawns, for golf courses, they just keep raising all the time. So there are a lot of changes, and then we move into bee kills and glyphosate and a lot. And more recently there's been some discussion on saving flowering plants in the lawn so it attracts pollinators, when 30 years ago the issue was what can I spray my lawn with to kill the bees because I don't want my kids to get stung. So it changes very rapidly, it's always changing. Now things like concern over glyphosate apparently trumps or prioritizes above things like anaphylactic shock from bee stings. So it's really easy, and the challenge for you, in my job I have to read all these scientific articles and make sure I'm up on the latest, and I can't get through them all. I don't try to read them all, I just try to pick the ones that are most consistent with my needs and where I need to increase my knowledge. And the same needs to be true for you. You need to find the information that you need to stay cutting edge, to stay current, so that you can do the best job as possible, and stay away from all the other trash that can fill your head that's not really critical to the job. So make sure you focus, because it's always changing, always is going to change. Make sure you get the latest information, whatever source, whether it be extension training, conferences, whatever. Get it, stay up to date, because it's changing fast, and now I need to look at the portion I'm going to get. So hope to talk to you again soon. Thanks.